Yeah. You in the convo now.
Bear with me.
Don't just listen. Welcome to the convo. You lucky even tune in. Southgate raised me. Now I'm talking to the ruins. Built from pain, stitch faith into ambition. Now my words turn broke dreams into commissions. Every scar got a story. Every L was tuition. This the voice of them nights I was wishing.
I see you, twin. Yo.
Yo.
Hey. I don't even know what season this is. It's 2?
Mm-hmm.
It's 2 on what? Lesson to legacy. My lesson to legacy. The combo. The conversation. Where we get that guapito. Cuzzo.
Yo, what up, cousin? Big cuz.
Man, look, you, hey, look. You big cuz.
Yeah. I'm up here now.
Man, listen. Hey, before you introduce yourself, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to introduce you just real quick.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people don't know, who do know you,
Mm-hmm.
like especially in Virginia.
Mm-hmm.
They don't know that we're family.
Yeah.
Those who know. But it's not one of them, when I say families, it's one of them ones where we actually used to, I'm like, how old are you?
41.
You 41.
Yeah.
I'm 50. So that's 9. So when you was about 5 or 6, then that would make me what? Damn, bro, how? So I was still like dancing and stuff, probably like 13. Oh my God. I just told, hold on.
Yeah.
Wow. That's crazy.
Yeah, I'm probably a little old. I'm probably about 8. About 8 when yeah.
I'm dancing at family reunions and shit.
Yeah.
Listen.
I'm talking about I was getting down. Like that's how close like we're like really, really like family. Like and it's crazy that even with that, my mom and his mom were like best friends. They was best cousins.
That's crazy.
But it was a thing of like, man, it's just so much, man, that I can just tell you. I'm gonna let you introduce yourself, bro.
Yeah, my name Ben. They call me Benny. Benny Stacks online.
Didn't know that.
But yeah, I from Virginia, ran a couple of companies, did radio, did web design, web development.
See, you was doing
invested in properties, all of that.
You was doing all this stuff.
Yeah.
You was doing all this stuff before I went away.
Yeah.
Right? No, after I went away, then you was, you started doing all
booming,
this,
yeah.
right? But when you was younger, that's why I brought up, when we was kids and just having like little talks and stuff like that. That wasn't about nothing.
Mm-hmm.
But our minds was always into like entertaining.
Yeah, for sure.
And
for sure.
And you was a lot with J Mac.
Yeah.
With John growing up.
J Mac and Raymond. Raymond too.
J Mac and Raymond, my little cousins who were my co-defendants in my case growing up. But you was that one though, cuz, who steered left of the streets when we was in the streets. But your father though.
Yeah, that's the reason. That's the reason.
He was, I'm gonna say he was outside.
Yeah.
He was off the porch.
Yeah,
Like
Pop,
off the porch.
Yeah. Pop's really real heavy on do as I say, not as I do.
Yeah.
Nah, but he also, like the same way I raise my kids, I don't want my kids in the streets, but I don't want them like dumb and not know about how this shit work. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, Pops ain't had nothing. You know what I mean?
See, and I like that though.
Yeah.
But Ben always been a straight shooter.
Yeah.
See, because when I started talking about my mom and her problems and stuff that she used to do and how she was out in, a lot while, it was like in the family, like on some, why is he talking about this and that? But I'm like, you're supposed to let them know. Ain't no secret, you know what I mean? Like to know what it was, but it's what you're doing now. Like, you know what I'm saying? And my mom was alive but Benny was slick.
Yeah. Pops Pops, if you talk about toxic, he done calmed down a lot, man. But yeah, Pops was on that bullshit, boy. Yeah, but we knew not to disobey him. You know what I mean? He ain't never Pops was never the one that was giving out the beatings, but you ain't never want to have him disappointed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's one thing. Pops, regardless of what he was doing in the street, he made sure his kids were good. You know what I mean? He made sure, I don't care what you see out here, you ain't doing this.
He took care of him.
Yeah.
And that's one thing. But you always went the other way, right?
Yeah.
But as we got older, I remember buying barbershops and hair salons and you know, all that kind of stuff. And I didn't know anything about the internet. When I tell you, I was even though I'm clueless now for real, you know, I'm just trying to still figure it out.
Yeah.
And he was coming to me then talking about MySpace. Way then. I still didn't know none of that. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Wow.
Man, that was my first gig making MySpace pages. MySpace pages, yeah. It's crazy. I done did a MySpace page for people that really blew. I did one for what's the dude used to DJ for Chris Brown back in the day?
Drew.
Drew. I did one for him.
Baby Drew, right?
DJ Baby Drew.
I did one for him. I did one for Delisha back in the day. Used to date
The model.
Vic. Yeah, used to date Vic.
Yeah.
So I was
Coco.
I was out here booming on the MySpace, dog, making money. That was high school going into college. Yeah, making money off MySpace for sure.
So you was doing all that, and I remember when I had got the club Encore, and you came to me and you was like, you need to do a picture booth, and I remember back in the day, people was doing it, but I won't big on that because I figured, man, I won't go make no money in that stuff.
Yeah.
That ain't no change or whatever, this and that.
Yeah.
And I remember coming to you, and you coming to me, you was like, well, I just set the booth up, man, and you know, I just give you a cut or whatever you want. I was like, man, you can have that. I'm not tripping on, I ain't tripping on that. Oh, so I saw Benny coming through with new cars and all kind of crazy. He pulling up Encore I'm like, yo, nigga. I know he ain't in the street. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, and the name of his company was Swagger.net.
Net Swagger.
Net Swagger.
Net Swagger.
Yeah.
So he had, listen, you understand though. He is the reason why I created SoulProvider.
They did logo, all that.
When it came to marketing and putting it all out there.
Oh, wow.
He did the whole SoulProvider logo. Showed me how to really build a brand then. I already had the qualities, you know what I mean? He brought it out me to say, hey, no, now you need to bring it in. You need to plaster it everywhere. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So when I saw him and he had the picture booth and he had the net swag up there and all that, I was like, this little motherfucker. You know what I mean? I got the little sign Encore outside. You come inside, it's his shit.
I got the little sign.
Yeah, I'm like, damn.
I mean, that real shit though. My thought process in that, because I was outside going to clubs and stuff with my friends or whatever, and dude don't ever want to go to the club where the ratio ain't right. And I know what bring women out is that camera. So you want to make sure, you want to have a red carpet experience. It's going to bring the dude's going to come.
Yeah.
But you want to have that red carpet experience, camera person. Brina was a camera lady.
Yep.
My sister Brina, yeah.
Oh,
so she was out there. She don't even like to go to the club. But she's like, I do it for Tony. So she would come out.
Love her. Love Brina, boy. Love her.
Yeah, she'll come out and, do the photos or whatever. But that's what really, because, right on the boulevard, people see a backdrop and a red carpet.
Oh,
they coming.
hell yeah.
Yeah. They coming.
Strategy, the strategy how I used to use and I used to do that, I used to tell security, I used to tell them, man, you're going to keep your bread. I used to tell security, whatever money y'all make outside, y'all can keep that.
Right.
But my strategy was to hold the line. I'm pretty sure people doing it now.
Of course.
But but I used to tell people, ladies free until 10.
I was in that line a couple of times.
I would start letting people in.
Yeah.
A little bit at a time, 10, but man, listen. But by that time, it gonna stop at 11.
Yeah.
You gonna pay anyway because you in there.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? But as you riding past, and you see a lot, you got to get in there.
Yeah. Got
You know
to.
what I'm saying?
Got to.
But you instilled that in me. I was like, man, dude, cuz it's really like that, right? But I remember one time, right? I'm gonna put you on the spot real quick, right?
Yeah.
One time we was in the kitchen, and you came to me, and you was real frantic, and I ain't never seen you mad.
Yeah.
And you was like, "Cuz, man, I got robbed in the parking lot."
Oh yeah. Hold on. At Encore. Nah, it wasn't me. I think it was one of my homeboys.
Oh, yeah,
my
your homeboy got robbed. Yeah, you was like,
Yeah.
You was like, yeah, one of my homeboys got robbed. The pop was like, what? But I thought you said you. I was like, what?
Yeah,
so I had to snap. I was like, yo, bro, you can't rob. Because, you know, that's cuz. It would be like, you can't even rob my little cousin. But
yeah.
You robbing the cameraman?
Yeah.
You like the cameraman?
Yeah, nah, they ain't stick me a cut. Hey, Pops made sure I had it on me.
Oh.
Yeah, so it won't gonna be no shit like that with me. But my homeboy was like, I'm bringing him to your spot. Yeah. And he told me, you know, what happened or whatever. But I was like, damn.
Yeah.
I feel responsible because I brought him out with me, you know what I mean? So I was like, damn, I don't know what to say. I'm gonna talk to cuz though.
But it's crazy because you don't remember, but I ended up finding out who did it.
Damn.
Yeah.
I didn't even know that.
You know what I mean? But I thought it was you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But the person, you know what I mean, who actually did it though, I mean, it was on some, I ain't you know what I mean? Ain't no, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
People, but anybody get hurt, like, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure.
But you never know who nobody is.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
But
man, I forgot all about that.
I remember because you was like, damn, cuz man, this happened, man. You was like, man, like, cause you was like on something, man, I come in peace and these people doing this, like, the encore was like ready to get like, it was wild. You know what I mean? But I mean, it was popping though. You know what I mean? But I remember that junk caught fire.
Man, I was in the parking lot. You weren't even here. You weren't in town, was you? I think I called you, and I probably exaggerated a little bit on the phone. I'm over here. I ain't making you feel no better. I was like, cuz, the building on fire, cuz. Yeah. He was like, yo, it's bad. I was like, I can see the flames from outside. But what made me really like articulate it like that, because I'm seeing the people from the kitchen running out. Yeah. And I was like, this is a wrap. And then you asked me, like, yo, you think I'll be able to open it? I'm like, nah, I don't think so.
I remember the conversation.
This is the day, cuz.
I want to open that bitch tomorrow.
Yeah.
But listen, we ended up getting it up faster than what was expected. It's supposed to say like 3-4 months. Mm-hmm. We ended up getting that jump within a month though, right? Mm-hmm. All the inspections, everything. Mm-hmm. But when you came in there, you smelled nothing but smoke. You smelled, I mean, we painted the walls and everything. But
it looked good though when you bought it back.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, but it smelled like smoke for a while. And like until it settled in, then you ain't gonna smell that junk.
Yeah.
But hey, it was real. But question.
Yeah.
You came to me right before I got locked up.
Yeah.
And I remember you saying, cuz you used to come to me all the time with little ideas and stuff.
Like,
And I used to tell you, I said, cuz whatever you got, man, I'll go ahead and back it.
Nah, for sure.
Right? And you came to me and you was like, and I think this was like 08.
Mm-hmm.
It was like 08. And you was like, man, it's this thing that's ready to hit. It's new and it's called Bitcoin.
Yeah.
And I was like, Bitcoin? He was like, yeah. I was like, man, that ain't sound like a scam. That's a scam. He was like, nah, man, it's gonna be the next best thing, man. You really need to start getting in it because this is the next thing. The same way he came telling me, yo, you need to get a MySpace page for your marketing and the whole nine. I was like, man, I don't need none of that. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Which kind of found out I did need that. Mm-hmm. So he was telling me this. I was like, nah, I don't want to invest in every day because I can't see it. I don't want to take a gamble like that. I'd rather go to the casino and play some craps or play cards, you know what I mean, with your dad.
Yeah.
Card playing motherfucker, boy. Got me for so much money.
Yeah.
But so he was telling me about this Bitcoin thing, and I like brushed it off. And I went away. I remember right before I was ready to come home, when I'm asking about family members, even throughout my bed and all that. Yep. And just to bring your name up, I'd be like, what's going on, you know? What's up with Benny? Oh, Benny, he doing good. He filled the rest of that Bitcoin. I said, what? He's like, what? Hey, man, and look, I mean, I'm telling you, he buying homes, he doing all kind he doing all kind of stuff with that. I was like, Bitcoin? I missed that wave, man. I missed that wave. But tell me, how early How did you even get on that, and how early was you on it? Like
yeah, man.
what made you even
like,
trust it? Like,
nah, so it was some chatter like online because I was working for like I was in corporate America then.
what year was this though? So
that was probably like, oh wait, I told you like
right.
as soon as I found out about this.
Yeah.
Like that was like the inception. It came out a little bit before then, but at the time I'm telling you, Bitcoin was about $5, like $5. And
what you mean if it was $5?
like $5 per coin. Yeah, to buy a whole Bitcoin was like $5. And they weren't even like no exchanges for Bitcoin at the time. Like I used to have to go and buy it from like eBay.
So how much was one? So one
whole Bitcoin was like $5.
$5.
So why would a person just go buy a Bitcoin for $5?
Yeah, just on eBay you see people selling them. You get like 20 or you get one. You can do a $5. They'll send you the code.
But what I'm saying is because I'm still not used to it. Like I don't know what's going on. And to people who just are like me, I'm saying why would I go and say let me get a $5 Bitcoin for what? What value do a $5? Bitcoin hold?
So the thing is, it ain't even about the value; it's about the appreciation. So that's kind of like saying, why would I buy a Basquiat painting? Like, yo, this is ugly, but you know it's gonna appreciate over time.
Oh,
you see what I'm saying?
So it don't just hold value; the value grow.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So, but the thing is, like, I was still speculating at the time because Bitcoin ain't do what it was gonna do yet. So I'm over here telling you, and you like, nah, I'm like, okay, well, shit, I ain't gonna sell it because it might be a scam. You know what I mean? I was almost second guessing myself. But when I tell you, when I was telling you about it, I think I might have been in between jobs. I was trying to get a crib. My credit won't all the way where I needed to be. So I moved my whole family to my mama's house. And I was like, yeah, she was like, yeah, stack your bread up, pay the stuff off your, or whatever. Same time I'm paying the debt off, I'm buying Bitcoin. Any extra change like $5 here, $5 here. You know what I mean? I'm telling you about it. And it's crazy because I go up to the club. You ain't even know I was fucked up. I go up to the club. The first time I had $1,000 in my hand at one time, you give it to me. You were like, hey, throw this. And I'm like, nigga, I'm over here like I'm about to put this shit in my pocket, cuz you talking about. And look, and I'm telling Tamika the story back in the day. I'm like, I wish she was in the club. I would have threw that shit right to you. You know what I mean? I ain't know they were in the time everybody making it rain. You know what I mean? Making it rain. But you give me a stack of ones. I'm like, damn, appreciate it, cuz. And you were like, nah, throw all of it. I'm like, shit.
Oh.
And then my homeboy, he was with me. I ain't even know how to make it rain. So I take the money, I do like that. I was like, I'm mad as fuck. I was like, Cuzzo gave me a G. I got like $75 in my account right there.
Oh,
but I'm still, my priorities are fucked up. I'm still at Encore turning up, you know what I mean? But yeah, so at that time, I'm investing in a coin that I don't even know it's gonna do anything. But what made me...
What made you take the... Go ahead.
Yeah, what made me take the chance, it was another coin that it came from a game. I think it was like Half-Life or something like that. No, it might have been Half-Life, but it was some fake money that people were making money off of. And they were like, yo, Bitcoin about to do the same thing. But it was like some mysterious dude that made it. So normally I don't pay attention to chatter, but the right people is gossiping about it, like real investors and stuff. And I was like, damn, the right people talking about it. Let me go throw something in it real quick, So I ended up stacking up like 75 Bitcoin. 75 Bitcoin over time. Like, and I had my mama investing in it too, because I get my tech stuff from my mama. She used to work at Ford or whatever, and like the engineering department. So she always like keeping me real tech forward or whatever. So she was like, yeah, if you invest in it, I want to invest in it too.
How much is 75 worth?
75 right now, man. Okay, well then it won't much. I think it probably was like 500 or like. No, it won't much. It was a couple of $100, a few $100 at the time. So fast forward, I was like, I'm just stay at her crib for a couple of months. Ended up turning into a year. I got wife and kids at the crib in my mama house. You know what I mean? We all in one room. And I'm over here like, dang, man, I can't get this credit right. And I had to go check Bitcoin. Then blew up. It went from that $5 that I purchased to, I want to say like $40 per coin. And I got all these coins, so I was like, yeah, I'm going to use this to go ahead and get this rest of the stuff off my credit, talk to the people and start getting stuff in motion. By the time I get to the crib, instead of doing like, it was like a VHA, what is it? I forget what kind of loan it is, like first home buy or whatever. And they were like, you got to do the 3%. Instead of doing the 3%, I did like 20 because of the Bitcoin. And this from me going from broke to like, yeah, right now, I could have bought the whole block.
If he still had the 75,
$6 million.
Yeah. But I was mad. Yeah. I was mad at the time because I was like,
I would have bought, nigga, I would have given you $100,000 at the time. You talking $1,000 to throw. At the time, I would have given him about $100,000.
Yeah, if you had $1,000 to give me that, man, filthy rich right now.
If you that $100,000 at that time, how many coins? Just guess.
Man, I don't even think the market would have supported that type of purchase for real at the time. Because
how many coins do you think he could have got?
For 100 racks? If he honestly, if you would have told me you had 100 to put in there, I would have been like, too fucking much, cuz. Give me like 5 G's. You know what I mean? You could have bought a whole bunch on, because the market cap was so small at the time.
1,000 coins?
1,000, yeah. For 1,000 coins, he could have got that for 5 G's. Yeah.
So
5 G's.
So 20,000 coins is achievable for him at that time?
Hell yeah.
So what
100,000 coins.
The thing is, the problem is the infrastructure wasn't in place and won't even no exchange. So I got to go find enough people selling them first. I got to find enough, or you can buy some mining equipment and mine the coin. But then I'm like, me to explain that to cuz, like, I got to buy some equipment, a computer that's going to create these fake coins and all of that. I'm like, I got to actually buy them the coins. You know what I mean?
Coins?
Yeah.
$100 on fake coins?
Yeah. You see what I'm saying? Like, I'm in the process of educating myself, so it's like hard for me to tell him what I'm in the process of still learning. You know what I mean? But I believe in it. I'll just put it in there. Hopefully I ain't wrong. You know what I mean?
So when that first one did that, then what happened? What happened for that?
Yeah, so I used all of that bread to buy the crib. At the time, my ex-wife, she wasn't really a believer in crypto. She was like, we could use that money to pay all these bills and this and that. And I'm like, I'm going to just put a little bit to the side. But when I was able to get the crib, she was like, you need to focus on that crypto. So I ended up buying, like I was saying, mining equipment. So it's kind of like mining gold, but you mining crypto. So then I ended up getting, like, majority of that back. But when you buy mining equipment, they go obsolete real quick. Like, basically, you buy it for, like, 5 G's, you get a server or whatever to mine the coins. And in like 2 months, it's worthless. You know what I mean? So then I just like, I'm gonna just start, anytime I get paid, I'm gonna just keep buying or whatever. So market crash, ain't make no bread, and I started like slowly selling it again. You know what I mean? Selling it. I bought a couple of cars, but it wasn't no real money for real. But then when the market woke back up, it was what they call altcoins. It was other coins that was under Bitcoin. You know what I mean? So like Ethereum and all of them started to come out or whatever. So I was making a little money then when the market came back. So I was like, I'm gonna just keep investing or whatever. And I think you was out for the pandemic, weren't you? Yeah. So I ain't really start making no real money until COVID, because they had the whole narrative as like, COVID is all on the money. Don't nobody want to touch cash and stuff like that. So they came up with a narrative like everything about to be digital. Get your Bitcoin, get crypto, whatever. So at that time, I was already sitting with like 100,000 in Bitcoin and crypto and as a whole. So I was like, I'm being risky. We come from family of gamblers. So I'm like, yeah. So I was like, I'm gonna take a risk. Man, I moved that 100,000 over to one coin, and it was like around Christmas time. And me and my homeboy, we going to Atlanta to go do some shopping for the kids or whatever. I'm steady like pulling it out. And I be talking to my other homeboy he accountant. He be working with Frankie too. So he was telling me like, hey, don't do too much this way. I'm over here trying not to get audited. You know what I mean? Yeah. So we on our way to Atlanta, and the coin that I invested in started booming. Like great. I'm driving, and my homeboy in the passenger seat like, nah, you got to drive, dog. You got to drive. We pull over. And I pull over and switch seats or whatever, and I'm over here trying to make sure I don't, like, the money just starts shooting up. And I'm in the passenger, I can see it. You know what I mean? Because it's like, I don't know if you ever looked at the charts, like the candles, it was like big-ass green candle, dog, like shooting up. And all my bread in there, that whole 100,000, I put it all in there, you know what I mean? So my homeboy, he was like, put me on, I want to get into it. I'm over here, I'm a generous. I'm like, set it up in your phone, I'm going to get you right. So I'm over here with 2 phones trying to get it right, but I'm still like trying to lose my bread. Like that one trip, made like 1.2 on the way to Atlanta. So I'm over here like this November at the time. So I'm like, I'm taking this shit off the table because I feel like I'm in the casino. I'm taking it off the table. So I go cash all that into the bank account. And then I call my homeboy. I'm like, I just did this, because he an accountant. I'm like, I just did this, and that. He was like, you got to go buy a house. Because they're going to hit you with their capital gains. This is the end of the year. You know what I mean? So I went from that trip to Atlanta, come back to Virginia, and I tell my wife, like, yo, I got to go to Puerto Rico. I'm going to get a crib. I already know about the tax shelters and all of that. So I was like, I'm going to go get a crib over there. I went out there looking around. The house that I wanted was so far from the airport. So I was like, nah, I can't do that. I ain't trying to go out here and be riding in foreign roads or whatever, you know what I mean? So, and then, you know, to get to Puerto Rico, you got to go through Miami. So when I came back to Miami on the layover, I was like, I'm going to go look at some houses out here. And at this point, she was just like, I ain't even got to see it. Just go, whatever you're going to do, just get it. So I just bought a house. I bought that was a dumbass investment for real. I bought a condo in Miami.
And this was your wife?
Yeah, my wife, she had the crib. She didn't go with me. She didn't go with me to go check the houses or whatever. So she was like, yeah, I trust your judgment. Just go get, you know what I mean? We'll do whatever you got to do with your crypto stuff. You know what I mean? She wasn't even tripping. So I'm out there. I go meet with a dude that he working crypto, and he a real estate agent out in Miami. So he was like, dang, man, if you'd have told me before you cashed it out, you could have bought a rate with crypto. And no, that's kind of like another little a way to go past a lot of the tax stuff or whatever. But legally, you know what I mean? So, but yeah, I ended up talking to him. He put me in a condo on Biscayne out there. And I picked off of, it's a condo, it's the name of that.
Dennis?
It's closer to the mall off of, what's the name of it? Aventura Mall.
Yeah, Aventura Mall.
Yeah. So the name of the building is Jockey Club.
Gotcha.
So they had like a bunch of politicians and stuff out there, whatever. Yeah. So I was like, at that point, this December at this time, I was like, man, I gotta buy it. Yo. He was like, well, how you find it? I'm not getting the cash to give it to me, you know what I mean? So, but they got all the buildings out there. All the buildings out there, they got associations. So she was like, hey, well, you know, we still gonna have to do a check with you or whatever. Like, yo, if y'all can't get the deal done before the end of the year, it's a wrap. I don't want it. You know what I mean? So put that in the clause because, so they looking at me like I'm a dope boy. I'm like, yo, well, hold on. Can you show where you got the source of the funds, this and that? But at that time, I had just got laid off because of COVID. That was my last full-time job. And I was like, yeah, you know, I can show, you know, funds or whatever. And I told the dude, you know, I do crypto. So he ended up making it right. But it was still, like, they pushed the rate up to the line. I'm talking about, like, December 28th is when we closed on the joint. And I was like, yeah, y'all about to lose this deal. Like, I got to get it, though. So
what year was this?
This was, I want to say it was like 2022. Yeah. Hold on, the pandemic was...
2020.
2020, yeah.
2020,
yeah. So I'm trying to think. Yeah, I want to say it was about like, 2022 or something like that.
Because I got 3 calls, but when I was locked up, though, even before it every day, I got 3 calls, and all 3 calls was almost the same. Man, you know your cousin Benny living large. I'm like, who? Benny Bonds.
Yeah.
No, Junior, little Benny.
Yeah.
Well, he bought a mall. I said, bought a mall? You sure he bought a mall? Did you see him in the mall? No, he bought a mall.
Yeah.
There was some all kind. I was like,
I
don't know what he's doing, but they say Krypton. He's selling Krypton. He's selling Krypton. He's selling Krypton.
Yeah.
He's selling that Krypton.
Killing that Krypton.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, nah, I mean, the chatter was real because you know how it is, man. You see something, like, I come up watching you know what I mean? Because flashes motherfucker, I know. So when I started making money, like, yeah, I'm gonna get me a Gucci hat. I'm gonna get me this, you know what I mean? So, but it was on some, like, all the stuff I ever wanted to do, you know what I mean? But yeah, so I was like, yeah, I'm gonna show, like, we went out to Miami with the kids, rented a Lambo, and that was right when my oldest son got his license. I was like, you ain't supposed to drive it, but yeah. Drive it. I'm gonna get the video. Oh, he over here hit the turbo on the J. I'm over here recording him driving the Lambo and all that. So like the experience, I really wanted it for the kids. You know what I mean?
But you do, like, I joke and play when I say that. But you gotta understand though.
Yeah.
I'm dead serious though. That's how family do. But you know, it's everywhere.
Nah, for sure.
But the first thing, knowing how I just said how all of us came up together, right? Me, John, all us did this. He figured out and he was doing that. But they still classified once you get that money. All in, like,
oh yeah, we want the same thing.
Yeah, but they also
what you gotta do to get to that point.
You know what I mean? He doing something crazy because you ain't gonna be like smart enough to actually get it the right way. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, that is. But I learned too, man. It's kind of a small town thing too, because when you go to an area where people really getting money, they don't even really see color so much. And they see, oh, yeah, he got the green. That's the only color they're gonna see.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's really why I do a lot of stuff overseas now because like they already think you rich when you coming from America, even if you ain't.
So where you going?
No, I got a spot in Colombia now.
Oh, so you over there now?
Yeah. I ended up
So
selling.
you got this. So what happened to the spot in Miami?
So I ended up selling that joint because after I got it, they told me I couldn't do Airbnb. And that's all I wanted it for real, because at the end of the day, when I purchased it, the association fees on that month was $980 a month. So I had paid it up 2 years. I was like, because I'm trying to get all these taxable deductions. So I was like, yeah, you give me 2 years, I'm going to pay, I paid 2 up front. But when the first year was over and the building was a little, it was dope or whatever, but it felt like a retirement center because it was a little older building, but people they owed money. You know what I mean? They had ambassadors and stuff that was standing there from like different areas. And that area, that's like little Cuba. So it was cool. That's where I started to pick up Spanish a little bit. And I was like, yeah, that's cool. But I ended up selling the crib because come the next year, I was going to have to pay the association again. And I'm like, how I go, you over here balling out a little bit. I'm like, yeah, I ain't about to pay that $980. Like, that's a whole nother mortgage, but I done paid the whole crib off. So I ended up selling it, paid off some of my crib here. And that's the crazy thing about taxes. Like, I could have just paid off my primary home, but that wouldn't have been enough from a tax perspective. You got to do it with an investment property. So if I would have just been like, yeah, I use the money to pay my house off, nah, you got capital gains. They're going to hit you. They're going to hit you. So when I sold that house, I took some of the profit. I ain't going to sell it for a loss, but I took some of the profit, pay off some majority of the crib that I'm in now, and then I bought a crib over in DR.
So that's where you at now?
Nah, I wasn't over here hopping, cuz. I was over here hopping. So
well, I love it, man.
Yeah. So I was in DR for a year and a half over there, but I'm always thinking about the kids, you know what I mean? And like anytime I buy a house, I'm gonna make sure it got enough space for my boys so they feel like they got their own room and all of that stuff. So I did the same thing in DR. And that's really the condo in Miami. For one, Miami dumb expensive. And it was a 2-bedroom condo, but I was like, I got twin beds here and all that. I was like, I want my kids to have some room for real. So then I go get the house in DR. The whole time I didn't even know what that city was.
What was you at?
Man.
Yeah.
Yeah, we was out there. I bought the joint. I thought it.
What's up with the guava?
Yeah. So yeah, I would just say I was close to Puerto Plata. Yeah, I was close to Puerto Plata.
Gualas.
Yeah. So I bought the spot out there. And I'm over here just learning the area, you know what I mean? So it ain't take but a couple of trips. But you know me, I'm just trying to move the money so I don't get hit with taxes for just having it in my account. And I'm having like bank errors and stuff. They over here stealing money from me at the bank and all of that. So I was like, nah, I gotta hurry up and get it up out of here. Cause you feel vulnerable when you got that kind of bread in the account. Now I remember one thing you had said to me too before you got locked. They were like, yeah, cuz my money going down. I be feeling broke if my jank go below 100. I'm thinking you're talking about $100. That. So that's what my mindset was like, yo, if I'm below this, I done messed up.
Use a goner. Yeah. So one thing about it, it'll start trickling down. You know what I mean? Like, that threshold that'll make you or break you. You like, man, once I go past this right here, this shit gone.
Yeah. But for me, the way I looked at houses like savings accounts. You know what I mean? So I was like, I know I ain't gonna go below that if it's in the house. You know what I mean? So I went and bought the house out in DR, spent a couple of trips out there, and I was like, I ain't ever bringing my kids here. I ain't never, but I learned, that's really why I learned the culture, learned Spanish and all of that. Moving around out DR, I made a whole bunch of connects and stuff like that. But with that crib, I could Airbnb it. So I had a property manager and all that. All my fellas like to go out there. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna make money off of them and then still gonna be on Airbnb too. So I made bread off of that. But at that time, I was divorced. You know what I mean? So
damn, you divorced in DR.
Yeah.
Dang, one time.
Yeah. So
I'm going through it right now, so
Lord.
I don't want to talk about that though. But
yeah. We ain't got to talk about it.
I don't find out where you're at now though.
Yeah.
So you still in DR?
No. So yeah, I ended up selling the house in DR, but now I'm in Colombia. Colombia is it. It's a good balance. Because like, for example, when I had the spot in DR, I never wanted to tell nobody the city that it was in because I ain't know that city was known for that. You know what I mean? And I'm like, I can't take my sons to that city. You see what I'm saying?
We do for you, Poppy.
Yeah. And I'm talking about
for you.
fresh off the plane, boy, like aggressive. And then all my boys, they big, so they gonna think they grown men. I'm like, nah, I can't bring them here. I can't bring them here. Never.
The hostages in that motherfucker.
Yeah.
What? So you're in
Colombia, in Cartagena. So Cartagena remind me a lot of Miami.
So you got a house out there?
Yeah, it's a condo.
You got a condo?
Off of Biscayne. No, I said Biscayne. Off of the area called Marbella.
So
it's like right on the water and shit.
You renting it out for Airbnb?
Yeah.
Yeah. So if I want to go there this weekend though, next weekend, I'm trying to figure it out. I'm trying to.
Let me see the schedule. I gotta look at the schedule.
I'm trying to see when you're gonna be there so you can show me around.
Yeah, hey. As soon, I ain't gonna say next week. Wait till after New Year, cause these prices crazy right now.
Holidays and everything.
Yeah, cause them tickets like $1,200 right now. I don't be liking to pay that.
No, I want to do that.
Yeah, I'll be liking to pay that.
But
like second week of January, I'll probably be back out there.
But to tell me this because you mentioned this a while ago. You said you remember when I came to you and during my last day before I got locked up.
Yeah.
So I don't remember any of that. I don't remember the last time I even saw you before that.
Yeah, I want to say you was in Miami at the time.
Yeah, definitely Miami.
Yeah, you was in Miami, and I feel like we both seen the writing on the wall before they came and coming down on you, whatever. But I was on some shit like, don't even worry about it, cause once you a hustler, we ain't talking about drugs. We talking about you gonna get that money back. You'll get the money back. Cause we ain't never the type that just gonna lay on our back like, they got me, I'm defeated. You know what I mean? Like, nah, you gonna get it back. You gonna get it back. Yeah.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
But when I was gone, we was talking earlier about the radio station and stuff. So you had a radio station?
Yeah. I had two of them, man. I had two. The first one was Worldwide Radio. I did that with Boz back in the day, DJ Boz.
DJ Boz.
So it's crazy, bro. Like,
what happened to Boz?
He in Atlanta now.
Yeah, I remember Boz.
Yeah, so honestly, bro, like the way this played out, this whole radio thing. I think he had a stroke.
I think I did hear that.
Yeah, I be seeing him on, I want to say like TikTok or something. He be doing like lives and stuff.
Shout out to Boz. Shout out to DJ Boz, man.
So Boz, I ain't even gonna hold it, man. Like he put me on the game because I wasn't even thinking about radio. You know what I mean? So he tell me about it. He was like, yo, I got a radio station. All I got is an IP address and I don't know how to get people to listen. And at the time, it won't no code that existed. You can have a player like how we do now. Like you can just click play and listen to it live.
Yeah.
So I don't even know who hooked me up with Boz. I can't remember. Matter of fact, I feel like it was Rachel Fonts.
Rachel, shout out to
Yeah.
Rachel.
So yeah,
shout out
like,
Rachel, shout out Rachel.
yeah. It's crazy because you the one that introduced me to Rachel. You were like, you go to 103, talk to her, whatever. And me and Rachel, we just stayed clicked up for real. So, but yeah, she was like,
love Rachel, man.
Yeah, Rachel's super solid, man. But yeah, so I ended up meeting Boz. We over here kicking it or whatever. And I was like, yeah, bro, all you need is like to write some code for the play. Like, I'm telling her, this shit going way over his head. He was like, so you think you can do it? You know how Boz talks, so you think you can do it? I was like, hell yeah, I can do it. Like, let's do it. But you know me, business first. Like, well, how we gonna split this?
What we doing?
How we gonna split this? Yeah. So you were like, yeah, if you want to do it 50-50, and I feel like, I can't remember how to deal with it, but I think, we just drummed it up like some handwriting or whatever. Like, yeah, we just split it 50-50. You know what I mean? So I wrote the code, built the website for it. And he was like, yo, but I want people to be able to listen to it on the phone too. I'm like, we're gonna figure that out because at the time I wasn't really making apps like that. But then I ended up finding out a way to put it on the phone where as long as you click the link, because I think Blackberries was booming then or something like that. So you click the link and it'll just start playing.
So we can put it on the phone too now?
Yeah, no, right now you can do everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can do, man.
Yeah.
I'm talking about like, the technology is like light years ahead now. Like back in the day, it won't, the infrastructure on it. But like right now, anything you can think of is possible.
So before we get to that, so what happened with that first radio station? It went belly like...
Nah, man. When I tell you that joint was going real good, I'm talking about we had celebrities pulling up. Like we were working with Styles then too. We won't touch on the Styles story, but but he was
Styles, man.
Yeah, Styles like that. I ended up getting close with him, and then I ain't even realized that he was working with you in the past. And then we over here sharing stories about you. Like, yeah. We like, so we ended up kind of linking up like family for real.
Mm-hmm.
So Styles was like, yeah, I'm gonna just keep bringing them over here.
Styles in here.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. You definitely got to interview Styles, man. But when I tell you Styles made any celebrity that was going to go to 103, he made sure they came to Worldwide Radio first.
Oh, yeah?
I'm talking about like, I remember when Twister came, I don't even know who bought the red carpet. Well, I'm talking about we rolled the red carpet for him and everything. And I want to say he was supposed to go to 103. He didn't even go.
Are they going to the radio stations now these days?
The radio, I ain't even gonna hold you, bro. Radio dead. So when we bring it back, it's gonna be like all eyes on us. Like ain't nobody, I listen to Spotify. You know what I mean? I might listen to like on the way to the gym in the morning, I might listen to Breakfast Club, but I don't know, it feels still. It feels real still to me. You know what I mean?
So you see how he just said when we bring it back.
Yeah.
So you know, that's what I think probably the city need.
For sure.
Too, you know,
for sure.
Bring back radio, and especially with all these like up and coming artists and stuff. Then we got a whole lot of big exclusive things coming up. Cherry Rally. A whole bunch of other things coming up.
Yeah.
I think it'll be real big, man.
Nah, I know it will, man. Cause we got again, anything in entertainment, your network is everything. And like, man, I don't know anybody that got a bigger network than you for real. Like you plugged in with a lot of people. You just got to give them a platform to pop their shit. For real.
Yeah, and I definitely think, man, I think it'll be big.
Yeah.
Like whenever I look up like this, I'm looking up and I can see it.
Yeah.
Do y'all remember when the DJs used to go live in the club and it played on the radio?
Yeah.
They don't do that no more?
Hell no.
Huh?
Now, you know what's crazy though?
A live broadcast.
They don't do it.
Huh?
No.
Because people ain't playing on the radio.
It's wild though to speak on that. Yeah, to speak on that. When I started my second radio, I linked up with Pizzo.
What happened to the first one?
So I mean, me and Bob had differences. You know what I mean? Like when it started to blow, we got award. I forget the name of the award show, but we had more listeners than like 103 and all of that. But when stuff started booming, he wanted to take it one way, and I wanted to take it a different way. So I was like, man, I can't do this. I can't do this. So I just fell back. I was like, yes, you got it. You know what I mean? You got it. But then I sat down for about a year and a half, and then everybody hitting me up like, man, we gotta do this again because you know we want. Cause from the technical perspective, they were lacking. And they were like, yo, you got to do it again. You know what I mean?
So once you put the code in for the first one, he already got it running. He don't need to do nothing else.
Yeah. But anything from a website perspective, if you ain't updating the site and you ain't doing like X, Y, and Z to make it look presentable, people be like, man, I ain't keep coming up here. You know what I mean?
So you ain't, so once you wash your hand with it, you wash your hand with
it. Yeah. I ain't gonna be nobody employee. We
won't talk that way.
Yeah.
So you just went off and started after about a year or so.
Yeah, about a year because it was honestly I was done with it because I was making money doing other stuff. Because I really wasn't making no money with the first radio station or the second one. But I saw what it was doing because even when I was getting new jobs and stuff like that, they were asking me more about the radio station. So they ain't care about like my college stuff, none of that. They were like, hold on, so you built what? You did that? Like, I'm talking about like I had CEOs listening to the radio station like, yo, that's crazy. Because there won't nobody else out here doing that. Ain't talking about black, white, none of that for real. Like, won't nobody else really doing it the way we was doing it.
So you can create it to be an app too.
Yeah.
Everything.
I say, this is where I come at it with. Now, I done did just about everything on the internet, so any idea that you come up with, I can build it. I got a team now too, so we can build it.
Get the paperwork ready.
Yeah. Nah, but when I came up with the second station.
But we killed the second station.
Yeah, had the second station. I feel like it caused a little bit of a rift between me and Bob because everybody wanted to come to my joint. And I'm on some like, I don't want no problem. Make sure you tell Bob bye before you leave type. You know what I mean? But I ain't gonna tell, like, if you really, because I'm not getting on the mic. I'm always behind the scene. I'm like, when the money come in, talk to me. You know what I mean?
Were y'all in the same building?
Nah, we ended up, the first hip hop highlights, we were out in, well, both times we was in Virginia Beach, but we ended up, the final spot, we shared a building with G-Man and them. So they had the bigger room. I was like, yeah, we need a bigger room because we were bringing guests in and all of that.
Mm-hmm.
So they had the studio in the front and we had the bigger room in the back. And I was like, yo, this is a perfect situation. I could bring all my people in. I could set the mics up, make sure the app. So I built the website. I was like, yo, you know, at the time, once I felt like, you know, that first situation ain't work, I knew everything that I could fix to make it like what it needed to be. So that second station was it, Hip Hop Highlight. Like everybody wanted to be up there. I'm talking about like people were tuning in that joint, like, yo, they playing your joint over here, but you can't get play on 103. Like, yeah. At that point, I'm like, for me, in the beginning, I wasn't even like thinking about charging for like no spins or none of that, because at the end of the day, that word of mouth from the artist saying tune in because they playing me on here, like, yeah, just put them up there. If it ain't trash, put them up there.
So what ways can you make money?
Yeah, shoot.
Like,
right now, it's a lot of ways. But again, that network got to be right. You can sell advertisement. You can do events. You can do the payola, but I ain't really a big fan of that payola. It gotta make sense or whatever. But literally, any you got a whole platform that you're talking on. The same way you make money off a podcast, you can make it off radio, but the listenership, from my understanding, is going to be high because people are just playing in the background. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like, oh, I just want to hear the music. Like, I want to hear what's pop. You got a good enough DJ, or you got a good enough person that's selecting the right music, that listenership going to go through the roof. Like, they were playing us at Capitol Cuts, all of that. You know what I mean?
So then you can do commercials, though.
All of that, yeah.
All of it.
Yeah.
That's a lot where the money come in at, too, on the commercials.
Yeah, you just got to be strategic with it, with the commercials, too. Because you think about, like, even 103, like, sometimes fonts will be up there like, yeah, it's an hour-free commercial. A lot of people tune off when that commercial come in. So if we're going to do commercial, we got to make sure they paying right and it's going to make sense for us to drop those listeners. Because ain't nobody, like, even with, like, YouTube or Netflix or whatever, you don't want to see no commercial.
Yeah.
But you know that's how they making their money.
And that's what you got the premium now, so you can
skip right past
you got people that's like, man, bump that though. I watch some commercials.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
If you really want to hear it, you know what I'm saying? Like I guess that's when it comes to based off of the content.
Yeah. Now we were doing numbers for sure with Hip Hop Highlights. Our biggest sponsor, it was crazy. I wasn't a fan of it, but they were paying. It was Coke 45. They were doing some who's the original black guy that was on Coke 45? It was Billy D.
Williams,
yeah, they dropped the can with his face on it.
Curl and everything. They had a curl or they had the box then.
Yeah, I don't even know. But it was like, I want to say it was like the 40th anniversary of Coke 45, something like that. But yeah, so they paid, because we was in that process, we were having a festival. We wanted to do a hip hop highlight festival. So I like, this perfect time, we can hang the banner up and all of that. So that's when I knew, like, yo, yeah, we going the right direction. But as soon as we did that festival and had that sponsorship, all eyes on us, and then we hear this radio station got shut down, that radio station got shut down because of the royalties. And I was like, so with radio, any kind of, I ain't even gonna say radio, any kind of streaming service, when you play music, you got to pay, I ain't gonna say the artist, you got to pay the record label, and publishing and all of that's covered in the royalties. But it was always like that. But from an artist perspective, the artists, they want to go with who gonna play their music and rock with them. Because at the end of the day, they ain't really seeing a lot of those royalties. Because them people that's sitting in the office pushing that paper, they don't want to get in that royalty. So when they started, the FCC started to come down on internet radio because it started to get big. And we had competition and all that. It was can't even think. I want to say that another station had popped up in Atlanta. They got shut down. And I started getting nervous because they were really booming because they're in a bigger area.
So how far did the coverage go?
Worldwide. Anywhere the internet touched. We had people over in Bangkok listening, yeah.
Oh, wow. So like a pirate?
Nah. So
you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah. Nah. So the difference is, so with internet radio, you don't got no antennas.
Nope.
So and the way we was able to get more listeners than 103, at that time, they ain't have iHeartRadio and all of that. But they ended up coming. That was another thing that kind of like, I feel like iHeartRadio sick the FCC on internet radio because like, yo, they in our space. You know what I mean? And I done did my research. I know who behind iHeartRadio and all of that. You know what I mean? So, but internet radio, you don't need an antenna. So with an antenna, you only get a certain level of radius that the antenna can broadcast, whatever. But with the internet, just like Google. You can get Google anywhere you at in the world. So if you can get Google, you could get hip hop highlights at the time. We had people that was deployed and like Guam listening, tuning in, because we had a chat on there that would be like, yeah, that's dope music. I'm over here deployed, this and that. So anywhere the internet was at, they could hear.
That'd be dope.
Yeah.
Man, you got me just wondering. I'm saying definitely.
Yeah, it was like that. But it felt like for me when I was doing it, because again, I was the CEO of the situation. For me, I was like, man, it's a matter of time. I'm over here feeling like I'm you at this point. It's a matter of time. These niggas go, because not paying on royalty, that's a Fed charge.
Damn.
Yeah, like you over here not paying what we got. I don't know how all the paperwork or whatever is, but you not paying this and that, they gonna serve you up. So I'm over here like, hey, appreciate y'all. This shit done.
That's how
this shit done.
I remember DJ Drama, he went through like with that mixtape stuff.
Yeah.
They'll screen you up, they ain't getting their cut.
They put some paper on your head for sure.
So now you got the format that we can get around all that.
Yeah. I've been researching for years. So Hip Hop Highlights, I shut that down. It's almost 12 years now, I want to say. 12 years ago, I shut that down.
Oh man, we got some stuff, and there's so much stuff that's ready to come up in the city that's like gonna be real
perfect timing,
real crazy and real big, man.
Perfect timing.
That stuff for cool. They go right with it.
It's a missing avenue for entertainment, and I feel like if we let people that don't even really consume our culture control how we put out what we put out, it's gonna get killed. So if we from the top down, if it's a representation of us and we doing it legally the right way, ain't no way you not gonna win. Ain't no way you not gonna win.
Man, I ain't gonna hold you, right?
Yeah.
And this not, I don't know what nobody think I, shoot no diss. I don't diss at all.
Yeah.
But my whole thing is like we need some new people.
Yeah, we do.
You understand what I'm saying? Like, and I ain't saying that nobody holding nobody back. You know what I mean? It's just that it needs an outlet to just show new shit. You know what I'm saying?
That's really how I feel like I won with Hip Hop Highlights, because I don't think only people that really had any kind of radio training that was on a radio station was like the DJs, but they weren't even talking. You know what I mean? So it was people that just had an opinion. I was like, yeah, you sound like you can talk your shit. I just let them get up there.
Because everybody got moved. Everybody got, I feel, and I could be wrong, it's just me looking in, like, I know I ain't wrong. Everybody got like movements.
Yeah.
Atlanta got a movement. New York got a movement. Chicago got a movement. I know these are major cities that I'm saying. Texas got a movement. Like all these people got movements. Florida even got a movement. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's like Virginia just don't got a movement. You know what I mean? It's just like, no, we got good rap, we got the Clipse and this good rap artists, but like that's just, you know what I mean? Like you can't even, you had the little flashes here and there. This is no movement.
Yeah.
It's and it's crazy because, and I'm not saying that the city ain't popping, because the city's popping, but is it still popping with the same old shit?
Yeah.
Like,
I feel like, again, it comes back down to media too, because if we ain't controlling our media here, ain't no way to really have a movement, because ain't no way we got, shouts out to the Breakfast Club, but ain't no way we just gave them our morning time slot. Like, it's so much shit that's going on at Hampton Roads, we need to hear about what's going on out here. So, you giving to folks in New York to talk about whatever they got going on, whatever celebrities got going on.
It's taking the Virginia element out.
Yeah, like the whole radio, even, and then at midday, you got Angela Yee. So that's what we feel the void, like, hey, okay, you can still listen to whatever the celebrities got going on, or you could make your people celebrity in your area and really hear what's going on in Hampton Roads for real. But we not just gonna focus just on Hampton Roads, because we been playing music from everywhere, but at the end of the day, the voices that you hear is people that's gonna be actually like right here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
But they, man, I just, I feel though, like with the casino and then with the Norfolk one coming, it's so much stuff that's ready to happen. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the city growing,
like
man.
it's just
Absolutely.
it's just a step away from everything about to just go. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like I said again, you know, you stare at people that saying, "No, it's already going." No, it's not.
Not
It's
for
not.
real.
You know what I mean? But like, and truthfully, and not even to toot my own horn, right? And just as being funky, right? Before I left and all that, right? The stuff that I was doing in the city and all that from the clubs and, you know, they had other stuff going on and the different parties and different stuff, it was the excitement in the city. I was bringing the shows and, you know what I'm saying?
For sure.
And then people carried it on, you know what I mean? And they made stuff better and, you know, this and that. Stuff gets better, you know what I mean? So people made what I was doing, they made better. And somebody else came in, they made it better, right? All the GED tones and all the GED dudes and
I remember when they would ask for a night of encore.
Hey man, yeah. Like I have work for all them niggas. I love y'all boys. Hey, no, I love y'all because I love it. All the Doughboys and
for sure.
The one guy who took over the Nova after I left. I think his name was Doe.
Creative
Something
Nation.
like that. For the Creative Nation guys and all that.
Yeah.
Everybody know who started this. Y'all know. But y'all took it to a whole nother level. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Y'all took it to a whole new level, right? And then you still got your people out there who still doing things. Guys done buying clubs and doing this and all that. But SoulProvider back. SoulProvider back, meaning, right? But I'm gonna tell you this, and I still have to say this from here though, right? I just say that to say, not to toot my horn, but I've been getting like a lot of calls and stuff and telling a lot of people, and they say, yo, bro, I like what you're doing.
Yeah, for sure.
For the city. You know, certain people got problem with me. Well, even before, they ain't understand certain stuff I talk about. And, you know, cause we talk about everything. It's a convo. You know what I mean? You ain't had to be locked up to be up here. You know what I'm saying? Just be on some love stuff, you know, kicking it, talking about old times and stuff like that. But people need that. You understand what I'm saying? So this is like a radio station in itself. You understand what I'm saying? And then especially things that people don't know that happen in the city and the whole nine. It's real entertaining. You know what I'm saying? But we about to take this to a whole nother level. You know what I'm saying? Especially when take it rally when all this stuff about to go crazy.
Yeah.
It's about to go crazy. I'm telling you, it's about to go real crazy around here. But I definitely want to get with you so we can go ahead and take that to another store. Me, you, and but before we go, man, it's crazy. We did a whole hour too. Same with Mr. Collins. I'm gonna do a show on Cuz with me, you know, by myself, but I need you to just tell me, how did you feel, or what are some of the memories you remember of J Mac, John? You know, we ain't gonna pretty much get into
but I ain't gonna touch on that.
But I had a cousin if y'all don't know, I had a cousin who, you know, killed himself. And he was like coming up. I looked at him the same way. I looked at you. You know what I'm saying? Y'all was like as one and the same.
Nah, for sure.
And even before he passed, y'all was kicking it and all that still. Like family, like still close, you know. How do you feel about how
Nah, I ain't gonna lie, man. It fucked me up for sure. So, you know, when he had went away, my kids ended up growing up with his kids. And he ain't even know they were cousins.
They didn't know they was cousins?
They didn't know, like, it's crazy. My oldest son, he would come home every day from school, talk about his best friend, Nadia.
Oh, wow.
And then one day he said her last name. I'm like, hold up. You know what I mean? Because you say, a little boy, you say best friend, like, oh, you checking this girl out. I'm thinking like, oh, you your girlfriend, whatever. But nah, they're young. I feel like they were probably like in first, second grade or something like that. But he like, yeah, my best friend Nadia, this and that. And then he said, yeah, Nadia, you know what I mean, last name. And I was like, hold on. I had to ask my mama because I didn't even know, because, you know, before you went away, I was closer to you. I would hang with John, but I was moving around with you a little bit. So I asked my mom, I was like, yo, what's John's daughter name? And I didn't know at the time, they was out College Park too.
Yep.
So I was like, yo, that's your cousin. That's your cousin. So yeah, ended up getting my ex-wife to reach out to John's wife. You know me, I ain't gonna reach out direct. Like, yeah, you go reach out and you know what I mean, bridge that gap because they in the same school, they need to know who each other are, whatever. But fast forward, like, man, they became like my babies. You know, I ain't got no daughters. So Nadia and Haley, they was at the crib all the time.
Hey, baby.
All the time, you know what I mean? But the crazy thing about it, my second son, Jalen, and Haley, they look like twins.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were like, you know what I mean?
So, same eyes, though, all that.
Yeah, so when we go out, we were out like, hey, the twins, and then cuz they'll get out and I said the twins for real. So, yeah, so, but yeah, so when like the week before his passing, he had came over to the crib. And you know, you could feel the energy. You can feel the energy on somebody, you know what I mean? But he just came back, he was like, hey, cuz, yeah, I'm proud of you, cuz, you know what I mean? You doing your thing, you doing it. Yeah, you moving like a grown man, cuz, this is and that. And he just wanted to come because he was working at a smoke shop at the time. He was doing like security for one of our other cousins, you know what I mean, at the smoke shop. I was like, yeah, you pull up, you know what I mean? We sitting down chopping it up.
You told me something new. He be doing everything. Everybody talk to J-Mac, and then he got 20 jobs.
Yeah, because he was trying to get it. Cause I think something had happened with his truck and stuff, so he was out here just trying not to do no negative stuff, you know what I mean? So, but he'd come at the crib or whatever, and you know, he always playing the numbers. So he writing on the paper. And I'm over here, but I'm still kind of reading his energy, trying to see, because I think he ain't came into my crib in a while at that time. But I could feel like he was moving different, but not in a bad way. I was just like, I'm over here trying to check, make sure you're good. You know what I mean? So he writing the numbers down or whatever. And I'm like, and then, you know, he be coming up with his own little scheme, how you gonna get the numbers right or whatever. And I'm like, cuz, what you writing? What you writing? Oh, no, I'm just trying to get my numbers right. And he had the sunglasses on the whole time. He put the glasses down. He put the glasses down. He was like, yeah, I'm proud of you, cuz. Yeah, you doing real good. You doing real good, this and that. So, yeah, I dapped him up. He left. And a week later, whole situation happened. So yeah, it messed me up because it felt like, dang, I felt like he was battling something, you know what I mean? And I probably should have, like, you know what I mean? I probably should have tapped in with him a little more, but
you would never know.
You never know, man.
With us, cause like we
don't want to be a burden on nobody.
With people who do know us and who now know that we're family, we all built the same, like we all got the same characteristics and stuff. You know what I mean? It's just how we are. You know what I mean? Like we got manners. We good dudes. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like we all really good dudes. J-Mac, Ben, Ray, like.
Yeah, John was a real good dude though.
But we always,
real good dude.
You know, because it's always with us, it's always about our family. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's always about our family. Like we always put our family first. Yeah. We always the ones, the guys in our family always put the family before them.
Yeah.
It sounds easy, but you got people who don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like that's not common. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But we was raised like that.
Mm-hmm. Nah, and that's really how I kind of built my circle like that. Like if my friends got kids and they ain't taking care of them kids, you can't be around me. Because I look at it like loyalty. Like if you ain't even loyal to your kids, I don't need you around me. You know what I mean? And that's how we were raised. Like, if you got kids, you got to hold them down. You got to make sure they're good. So, yeah, like, I built my circle the same way my family was. So, yeah.
Yeah, because if you you can't even hang with somebody who, like, don't got the same, like, morals and stuff.
Nah, you can't. You can't, bro. You want to, like, at the end of the day, you want your friends to be like you, but you still want your friends to check you on your bullshit too. But you want to be around familiar people that feel like, okay, I ain't with my family right now, but I'm creating a new family out here. You know what I mean? So everybody move the same way. Everybody got the same morals or whatever. But yeah, that was instilled in me because of how the family moved. Like, it don't matter what you got going on in the street, you better make sure them kids good. You better make sure them kids good. Like anything else, those rules that was made by the government. You know what I mean? Yeah. But them kids, you created them. You gotta make sure they solid. You gotta make sure they solid.
So, out of you being one of the younger cousins too, and all us went away. All us went away, and you was out here. what was the temperature like? Like what was going through your head? Like what was like?
Yeah. Honestly, when y'all went away, I can't even really elaborate on that, but I was on some like, make sure I stay on my P's and Q's. Don't do nothing halfway, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I feel like I was on the whole family.
Yeah.
And I had other family members that was doing some stuff. And I'm like, they can't come to my house. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They come to my house. I felt like it was a case against the family. It wasn't no case.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, if anybody was trying to do, if they could catch anybody sitting for anything, they was gonna try to dangle that.
Yeah, when they were coming, when they were coming to get you, cause you know, mama paranoid, and I'm talking to her on the phone. Phone started messing up. She was like, Lord, I don't know what they up here listening to us for. I don't do nothing. I'm retired. But I think subconsciously she thinking like, oh, they listening to you. But you know, I won't do nothing. You know, I won't do nothing. So, but at the same time, I'm like, just in case, let me make sure I'm moving right. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So, but yeah, when y'all went away, I was just like, yo, that could have went a whole bunch of other ways. It could have went a whole bunch of other ways. But one of my homeboys, he had went down like a little bit after you. And I'm looking like, I feel like they were coming to get everybody that was around me, you know what I mean? So I'm like, let me go find me another job and stay focused, you know what I mean? So that was really the mindset. And then when I found out about John's daughters, I was like, I'm going to make sure they're good. I'm going to make sure they're good. And you know, at the time, I was still working, like, Crip don't want to move.
Because he had the twins.
When he got back. Yeah, when he got back. But when he was away, I was like, I'm going to do what I can, you know, like.
Yeah, because he had one daughter. He was actually in the hospital. He had Haley. Yeah, Haley, right?
Haley, yeah. Haley, yep.
He had her when they came and got him.
Yep. Because my son, they would, when I tell you, talk about my mama, like when I would go to work, she would watch my kids and John's kids. So they came, like, ended up getting like a whole second grandmama, you know what I mean? So my mama ended up buying a double stroller for the kids. They really look like twins now. They in the double stroller or whatever. So, like, to go back, like, how the family moved, like, okay, if I can help, I'm gonna help. You know what I mean? I'm gonna make sure stuff right. But yeah, that situation would make me closer to John when he got out, because I was like, I'm over here, you know, telling about the girls or whatever, you know, just kind of filling them in or whatever. So fast forward to now, the whole situation now, I'm like, dang, bro. You could really easily see yourself in his shoes, you know what I mean? So I'm like, dang, it hit harder.
But I need you to know this, right? Because we can say this now. You know, your pops could have got tied up in it.
I know it. Yeah.
Like they was really coming for the fact that like they was really on, you know what I'm saying? And Pops was, like we said before, like the whole family, they was on.
Yeah.
Like when you get caught in the cameo, they want to find out what's going on. Because trust me, a nigga was caught in the cameo a lot.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, so when it come to Pops, again, like I said, he always say, do as I say, not as I do. But when he felt like it was some heat, he like, hey, you need to fall back. You need to fall back a little bit. You know what I mean? I know you love your cousin, but fall back a little bit. You know what I mean? Because again, like, Pops ain't never really asked me if I was out in the street or nothing like that. He just, you know, assumed his words was good. You know what I mean? But I'm over here, like, you got to realize I got it bad on both sides of the family, like, when it comes to, like, that lifestyle. So I got enough. I feel like, what's the saying? A smart man learn from his lessons, but a wise man learn from the lessons of others. You know what I mean?
That's a fact.
So you see everybody around you either suffering from it or getting jammed up for it. I'm like, I ain't, you know what I mean? I'm good. I'm going to find another way to make some bread. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, like, I ain't had no problem. Because, again, my mom and them, they weren't ever really, like, struggling. So it's like, it would have been just greedy for me to go step out. Like, they done created a life for me to not have to do that. So it would have been greedy for me to, like, not take all the stuff they were trying to give me and make something better, you know what I mean?
But how did it feel though, going from, you know, being out here in the street and we was up here, but to the world, you know what I mean? That shit is a fairy tale up here. But at the time, you know, when it felt, you know, we was up here and then all that stuff and it's gone.
Yeah, for me, I don't know. I feel like, it might come off sounding crazy, but I felt like, damn, I guess I got to do it. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, who else? Because we ain't got a whole bunch of men in the family for real. So it's like, yo, somebody gotta get out here and set a new example and carry the torch or whatever. So I was like, yo, I'm gonna just go out here, grind and get it and try to make the family proud. You know what I mean? But yeah, it ain't as easy. I ain't gonna say easy, but it ain't as quick money as that. But I was like, I'm gonna find a way.
It's true, honest money, and you carried.
Yeah, exactly.
And you carried it well. Because when I was in there, like I said, you bought a couple malls.
Yeah, I want to go. I wish. I don't know malls down
yeah, you know what I'm saying?
A bowling alley.
You know, but like I say, cuz, man, you know, man, I love you to death, man.
I love you
like,
too, cuz.
Bro, we like, I'm talking about cradle.
Yeah,
like I remember when you was born. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, our families, man, is so close, man, and still to this day close.
Yeah.
One time before we go, somebody in our family did something with the sports or something.
Oh yeah, that Ashley, Terry's daughter.
Yeah,
Terry's daughter. Yeah. So, and that's another thing when you say you never know who's sponging off of what you're doing or whatever.
Yeah.
Ashley was brought up in the family with a bunch of entrepreneurs.
Yep.
So
I love you, Ashley.
Yeah, so it's crazy. I bought a heat press when I was making shirts for Hip Hop Highlight. I done figured out how to make t-shirts or whatever. That's all I bought it for. And then she was, fascinated about it or whatever. And then she started doing screen printing. And I can't remember what she was doing first. She might have just did like a clothing line or whatever. She was making shirts or whatever. And I was like, yo, I got something easy to do the heat press. So I ended up, the station was over at that point. I just gave it to her. When I tell you, she ran with that joint because she a Delta too. So she pledged at Norfolk State. But she was like, yeah, I'm gonna make a Greek line. Fast forward, she get on Shark Tank. Get a deal with Mark Cuban. And blowing up, making bread. She got all the license at HBCUs or whatever. And it was booming. But you know how it is with business, you got your ups and downs. And I think what messed her up right now is when Trump came back in office, he got all them tariffs. And when you get stuff shipped over, you're going to have to play exponentially more or whatever.
Yeah.
So yeah, she refactoring stuff and getting it good. But yeah, Ashley, when I'm talking about next level hustler, Ashley is it.
Yeah, because I remember
Ashley
when she went up there with them, they were like, she went up there, this and that. And I'm like, well, did she win? Like this and that. And they didn't want to tell nobody. I called Terry. I called Terry. I'm like, yo, did she win? Just tell me, did she win? She was like, well, I tell you, just don't say that. I said, as a matter of fact, don't let Terry. Because it's top shit, so top secret. I don't even want to be the one to be like, they heard the conversation or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Disqualified or some shit. You know what I mean?
Because of the mess the bag up.
but cuz, man, but the family, man, we always been like that, man.
For sure.
Especially when it comes to this right here, when it comes to this marketing stuff, like we know how to sit back and evaluate the situation. You know what I mean? Like stuff how we used to talk, we used to do marketing, and I still value that today.
Mm-hmm.
One of my main things that I say is I always put myself in the mind of the consumer.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? That's just my number one thing. You know what I mean? If you don't do that first, like you already lost.
Yeah.
Because it ain't about what you like.
Nah, and that's crazy because you definitely kicked that to me. I feel like it might have been a call when you was in there and you were like, would you buy it? Would you buy it? Would you be, you know what I mean? And that's what you told me. You got to be in the mind of consumer. And I was like, that mindset really is the simplest way to define what marketing is. Because at the end of the day, if it ain't something that was going to make you want to buy it, you going the wrong direction. You don't want to make it look like it's a scam. You want to make it look like, yo, I need this. I need this. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I be taking the right notes from you, cuz. I be taking the right notes.
Yeah, love you, cuz.
Yeah, love you too.
You know what I mean? I appreciate you for coming through, man.
Nah, for sure. I appreciate you having me.
Shout out NSU, Norfolk State.
Yeah, Norfolk State.
Yes, sir.
Sure.
You want to give anybody any shout outs, anything, cuz?
Shoot, man. Yeah, so I went to a Christmas party yesterday. My homeboy, he doing some big stuff with like mental health and like rehabilitating people that's coming back home. And the name of their company is, don't even get me the line. It's Light Beam. So yeah, I was out with him yesterday. I feel like he was out at College Park. But yeah, I ended up going to Tallwood with him or whatever. But his situation getting big or whatever. And it made me think like, yo, I'm literally about to go up here. Cause I didn't know what the interview before you was, but just to hear like how sometimes people go away and they get thrown away when they come back. So that's what his company work on. So shout out to them. I'm gonna be working closely with them and stuff because they need help from a technical.
See if they want to come do an interview.
Yeah, I know he will.
I
know he will.
Because that's kind of the type of stuff I want to actually start touching on and all that. Because my whole thing for real is really based off and showing people about this trauma. Cause we all got it, you know what I mean? And this is how I deal with mine. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
You know, and to show, like, this is why we do it. It ain't an excuse.
Yeah.
But what we've been through, you know what I'm saying, and actually, you know, the platform for that right there.
Nah, that's real, man. So yeah, that's really what I do, bro. Like I surround myself around people that's actually got something going on. And preferably something that's gonna benefit other people too. Because at the end of the day, like, if you ain't out here making somebody else's life better, your life gonna be short-lived for real. So you know what I mean? So we done seen how it work on the other end. So if you want real longevity, you gotta change some lives for real. You know what I mean?
That's for real. We're about to change a whole lot.
Nah, let's do it.
And ours, because stuff is looking real smooth right now.
Oh.
Yeah.
Where that come from, son?
Son,
Hey, yo, son, where that come from, B?
With the head nod.
Real smooth.
Hey, looking real smooth right now. You with the smooth right now. What did you buy? 384 months of sacrificial lamb. Amazon. Go ahead and get that baby. We're gonna start reading some of these chapters on the next episodes and stuff. But we got a lot of stuff in store for season 2, baby. We just getting started. Benny Barnes. You gotta say the whole name. Benny Barnes.
Benny Barnes.
Just like they say, Anthony Gonzalez. You don't know Tony Gonzalez?
Yeah, they do be saying your whole name.
They say your name too.
Yeah.
You know Benny Barnes?
Yeah.
That's when you get a whole nother bracket.
Yeah. I guess so. Yeah. Appreciate you, cuz.
The Convo757.myshopify.com.
Go ahead and get your Christmas gift, baby. You even got the coffee mugs on deck. You know, we got the hoodies.
Yeah.
We got all that. Actually, it's a code. Do we got the code on hand?
It's the Convo757.
And they give them a discount?
It should, yeah.
It should.
Yeah.
It should. Try that.
Try it.
Try that.
Try it. It should work.
It should work.
The conversation young.
Yeah. You in the convo now. Yeah. Don't just listen. Welcome to the convo. You lucky even tune in. Southgate raised me, now I'm talking to the ruins. Built from pain, stitched faith into ambition. Now my words turn broke dreams into commissions. Every scar got a story, every L was tuition. This the voice of them nights I was wishing. Yeah, the hustle's sacred, ain't no superstition. Yeah, I came from them corners where the concrete listen. Every step was a prayer, every flip was a mission. Had to learn early, loyalty don't pay rent, so I married consistency. That's how my days spent. Now I talk like a prophet with receipts in my folder. Life gave me weight, I turned pain into boulders. If you feel lost, pull up a chair and get schooled. I'm the blueprint for broke men. Breaking rules, ain't no fairy tales here, just survivors and checks. I'm the echo of the block.